down toward the kickoff here at the Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Detroit Lions and the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
It's time to fly! Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles!
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from South Philly. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
A second down throw for Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Look wide. Get this one complete.
It almost seemed like the defender was getting the play call sent into his helmet, just like the quarterback, because he knew the play before they even snapped the ball, and that play had no shot.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
On third down, it's Hurts. To the outside, catch made by Brown. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Man in motion is Brown. To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. Now he takes off.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his big tight end. Dallas got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
That is caught outline on the RPO.
Complete to John Mechie. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got his big tight end. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Lions, nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. 2nd in passing yards in the NFL.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
And the Lions, first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Laporta in motion. On first down, it's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll go play action with Goff. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. That is Zadarius Smith in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Laporta in motion. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them. Early in this game, that's already 2 sacks allowed.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. Back deep, Jahan Dotson. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
To call his own number. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
On the stop. Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time,
He was covered by Brian
and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It was actually a really nice play design. I just don't love the execution. So with this RPO, what you're hoping is you can hold that extra defender near the line of scrimmage, and it allows your guy to kind of leak out behind them, but just didn't look like the timing and that everyone was on the same page, and ends up kind of being a wasted down.
That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Lions offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll manage only a couple. Adoree Jackson makes the tackle.
Adoree Jackson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Number 14 with a pickup of 14. And a 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
I think when he goes back and watches this film, that's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 1. Over the middle, complete to Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Run up the middle with Barkley. Finds room inside the 40. And he will go all the way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles move out on top, 14-0.
Lions, nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, So there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. Laporta in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. Open space to the 35. And he'll be taken down. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
First down, Detroit.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That is Cooper DeGene in there for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. It is 2nd and 9. Now Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If they need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. to throw is Goff. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like it was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Hurts. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end Goddard. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He'll step up and run. Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Open receiver is Dotson. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter.
22-yard line.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Eagles can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0-0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama, there for the stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's Goff. He throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's gone. And that is incomplete. Isaac Tisla was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Dotson will bring it back. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
Second and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. He got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver, and When you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball, and he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And he's going to have the Eagles first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
First down.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down. And that's exactly what it is.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
Barkley trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Dillon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Make
no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Eagles up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Lions 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. We'll go play action with Goff. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Detroit.
A gain of 12. First down, Detroit.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll get about 6 out of that run before being forced out of bounds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes 2nd and 4. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And the Lions Giants are going to have it first and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Throwing, Goff. They'll try to set up the screen here. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions back within 10. It's now 24-14.
Lions 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they'll try to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Saquon Barkley still going. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Eagles 31, Lions 14.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles will have great field position right around midfield.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And they finally take him down, but not before he gets to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 34.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On 2nd down, Barkley. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense. So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. This from 30 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. To throw. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
A second down throw for Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He's got his man complete. That's to Small. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Detroit.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On second down, Goff. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
First down.
A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down. To throw is Goff. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Throwing on second down. Goff. That's over the middle. Taken in by Laporta. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Little miscommunication there, now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
To start the drive, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Hurts going to hold on to this one.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. He'll get this out wide. Inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
1st and 10 now from the 36. One of the tight ends in motion right. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he will have the 1st down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
1st and 10 at the 19.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
Eagles. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he is going to come up short.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. So it's a win here for the Eagles. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.